And new, man. And new, baby. And Magomed Ankalaev has just defeated Alex Pereira. Kenny, man. Kenny, dude. The fight hasn't happened yet, bro. You're just speaking hypothetically, man, and I'm not it's not cowabunga, dude. I don't appreciate it. We're back with it. We had to bring back this video for this fight specifically because I know the result of this fight, and you probably do too, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're completely clouded by your Alex Pereira bias, who's a great fighter, by the way. In my opinion, top 10 all time. When Pereira loses, he's not a bum. And I don't want to hear people shit on him. I'm not going to shit on him. I am going to go hard on the fucking Poetards and talk shit to them, but Pereira in general, you know, this fight, you hate Pereira. I don't hate Pereira. I don't really care if you think I hate Pereira. It just comes down to the fact I knew what was going to happen in this fight. Now, I looked at my previous videos of this comeback to this video series. You know, out of 10 of my MMA videos on this, 7 are right, 3 are wrong. 2 out of 3 of those that were wrong were Izzy, you know. So I don't like the fact that these are 70% like accuracy on these type of videos, you know. But I mean, I don't know why I keep going Izzy. but listen, this video is going to be the return of Mr. Kenny for this comeback series. Now, let me just say this. Every single person who's been glazing Pereira striking in this whole buildup is very confused on how this fight went. Let me take off my hat. Let me take off the big end hat real quick. I just had to do that for the intro, you know. Let my head breathe a little bit. But the striking advantage, and I watched the weigh-in show, DC, Chris Weidman, all these guys, Lorisenko, you know, the YouTubers, Guru, Lucas, they're so insistent on talking about he needs to wrestle. And does he need to wrestle? Yes. Well, let me rephrase that. Does he need to wrestle? No. Would wrestling make it easier to win? Yes. Now, can Ankalaev go in there and chin Alex Pereira? Yes. And that's what I believe happened. I believe that Ankalaev found a shot on the feet that 100% hurt Alex Pereira. There's no doubt in my mind. You can't tell me that this fight happened and Ankalaev did not have a moment on the feet. Now, does that mean he's going to knock him out cold? I don't know. I could see it as a possibility, though. I will not be surprised in the slightest if he catches him with a straight punch down the middle, whether it's from faking a takedown, going straight down the middle, a counter punch by Ankalaev when Pereira's getting too cocky coming in. Any of those are more likely than Alex Pereira winning by knockout. And it's a hot take now, and I know it's going to be until it happens. It's more likely that Magomed Ankalaev wins by KO than Alex Pereira winning by KO. It's more likely that if it goes the distance, it's going to be a 25-minute MMA fight that's going to favor Ankalaev. You know what I'm saying? It's more likely that Alex Pereira is going to throw all these low kicks, but they're going to be getting checked, and Ankalaev's going to do a good job raising his knee and getting his leg out the way. And even if it makes contact with him, he's going to be checking it. People like to bring up the Blachowicz fight because, oh, dude, Kenny, man, in the Blachowicz fight, though. In the Blachowicz fight should tell us one thing. With 2 compromised legs, he can still score a takedown on someone who's a better grappler now. Since the Jan Blachowicz fight, no one gives Ankalaev credit about how much his defensive ability improved, especially with leg kicks, because he checks all of them. In the Rakic fight, he checked all of them like a real bad man. But you're not going to say that. You're not going to mention it because you don't want to bring it. You don't want to give it energy because you know it's going to make you look worse. But now, at the end of the day, bro, all this talking is coming to an end. I know there's people on the earth who want to see me get humbled so bad. Oh, I can't wait. I'm coming back to this video. I can't wait to cook you. Where are your comments now? I can't wait till you guys come back to this video. I can just say, I told you so. And I'm going to be a dick about it. You know, you guys had the satisfaction to see me react to Adesanya. You think it's going to go the same way. You think it's going to be a fight weekend. I'm going to react poorly, but that's not the case. Wherever Ankalaev wants to take this fight is where the fight goes. When you're the dictator in the fight, it's going to open up striking. So after Ankalaev does outstrike him or have a better striking performance, I know people on Twitter are going to run like, he only outstruck him because of the takedown defense. When the truth of the matter is, without the takedown threat or whatever, Ankalaev was already the better boxer. And defensively, Ankalaev was a better fighter too. Ankalaev's not used to going against defensively sound, good counter punchers who also go with straight punches who are also southpaw. You know, the one time he did that was against Khalil Rountree. Khalil Rountree fatigued. If you're banking on Alex Pereira to get beat like get the beats on him like Dr. Dre, like Khalil Rountree did to them in the first 2 rounds, and you're banking on Ankalaev to fatigue and get caught or get broken, just don't watch the fight because it's going to disappoint you, because that's not going to happen. We're not going to see Ankalaev break. We haven't seen Ankalaev break. Can Alex Pereira have a moment on the feet? I don't. Yes. Like, you know, the only thing I'm worried about really is if Alex Pereira does have a moment on the feet, Mark Goddard hops in like, dude, stop, man. Stop, dude. Stop. Stop. Like, you know, Mark Goddard is the scariest. Mark Goddard is unironically the scariest thing about this fight for me personally. I'm speaking from my personal experience, you know. I really feel like Mark Goddard is a scary opponent for Ankalaev. March 8th, UFC 313. Other than that, does Pereira pose a threat? To me, Not really, but this is not saying to me that like Pereira has no chance of winning. Of course, like I said, out of 100, like, out of 100% chance, like what percentage does Pereira have to win? I'd give it like 99-1 Ankalaev. You know, maybe 5% of Pereira if he like somehow develops one punch power. He doesn't have one punch power. When I say that, people get confused. I just don't mean he can land a left hook and put you to sleep. He can land something good, you know, rattle you and then get a follow up finish, and Mark Goddard could bail him out with some early stoppages. But the only time, you know what I'm saying, he's chin sewn out cold in the UFC was never really. Like, he had that flying knee against Michailidis. That wasn't really from his punch power, but it was a flying knee. You know, he didn't really put him out cold, but like he kind of slumped down afterwards and went out. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Hill wasn't out cold. Khalil Rountree broke to the endurance. Yuri Prochazka, first stoppage wasn't out cold. Second stoppage, it took follow-up shots, you know. Alex Pereira just doesn't have that one punch, that one hitter quitter that you guys want him to need to be Ankalaev. So now that we throw that out the book, you look at every single other thing about MMA, Ankalaev has an advantage here. You know, Ankalaev in the clinch as well. I want to bring this up because I can see Ankalaev using the clinch to his advantage and making Pereira make mistakes. They highlighted this in the weigh-in shows. Like, Pereira his takedown defense sucks because he got taken down by everyone who's attempted. You know what I'm saying? I know, 30% takedown. I wouldn't be surprised if Alex Pereira stuffs some takedowns at the hip, you know, but situations where like you're clinching against the fence, whether you're clinching, you know, anywhere in an open octagon, that's where Pereira like is more likely to make mistakes because he could just body lock you. And Pereira is the type to like try to go for trips for some reason or do something not sense. And I feel like that's gonna put him in trouble because you're gonna open up what makes Ankalaev comfortable, and Ankalaev is gonna be way stronger than him in the clinch. People are bringing up size and stuff, bro. Size wise, like of course Pereira is gonna always be taller than people. You know, that's just how Pereira is. But like as far as anything else, like thickness, you know, shoulder broadness, I do think Ankalaev is gonna be bigger in that sense on fight night compared to Alex Pereira, who's going to have the height, of course, but height doesn't win fights, you know what I'm saying? What wins fights are someone whose pros are better than the other guy's cons. And every single Pereira con, his inability to avoid straight punches, his struggle against southpaws, him going against counter strikers, those are all his cons, and he's going against the guy with the best straight punches, who's a southpaw, who's the best counter striker in light heavyweight. You guys don't understand the striking as much as I do, and I know for sure. And once Ankalaev, like I said, quote me on this. I want you guys to screen record this, matter of fact. Everyone stop what you're doing and screen record this, because I'm going to go into that element where my ranting and I just start cooking. And this video can make me look really dumb, but I want you guys to know, no matter what way you slice the cake, Ankalaev is going to beat Alex Pereira comfortably. Like I said, Pereira could have a moment, but as far as the striking is concerned, Ankalaev has a striking advantage. As far as the grappling is concerned, Ankalaev has a grappling advantage. If they clinch and do anything of that sort, Ankalaev has every single advantage possible. The only advantage that Pereira has over him is his low leg kicks, but when you realize that his rear kick is not the same against southpaw opponents, and Ankalaev's leg kicking ability has gotten way better since the Jan Blachowicz fight, in addition to the fact when you realize that Ankalaev has had his leg compromised and still able to score takedowns on a way better grappler than Alex Pereira, like Jan Blachowicz, in a 25-minute fight in the 5th round, where people usually fatigue and get tired, he was still able to get him down and control him for the entire round. Now, what do you think he's going to do to Pereira? The guy who stands up straight, asking to get taken down, the guy with lackluster boxing defense, the guy who has all these holes in his games. At the final bell, if it goes a distance, and that's a big if, because I see this guy getting slept unconscious worse than what Izzy did. I could see Ankalaev just hitting him with a straight down the pipe and Pereira just tensing up and going out. And if it's some ground and pound finish, that's going to be the worst, because I could see one thing about Pereira, he's lost on his back. If he gets put on his back and Ankalaev can posture up and gets a full mount, dude, the second this fight goes to full mount, he's getting his face punched in, and I could even see a possibility Ankalaev gets a submission. Dude, he has 0 submissions. I know, but if he gets the full mount and Pereira's getting his face punched in, starts to panic, so he decides to turn over and gives up his neck, that's an easy submission. You know, Pereira, the fight's over if it gets the full mount. That's a fact. You know, Pereira needs to avoid getting on his back, because when he's on his back, we've seen him on full guard, just lifting up his leg and just slamming it against the person's back because he's lost, has nothing else to do, sucks at getting to his feet, and he's going against people who are primary strikers. Like Islam says, put him Ankalaev. Islam and Habib, the camp knows how good Ankalaev's grappling is because they train with him. You know, people who from the outside don't understand. Like, we're going to make fun of the 30% takedown accuracy, even though he mauled Krivoloff and Jan Blachowicz mauled the hell out of Alex Pereira, and Alex Pereira got taken down by Yuri too, and Bruno Silva, and Israel Adesanya, and Michailidis, you know, everyone who's attempted, and you guys are still set that Pereira's not going to go in there and get taken down. Wait for this fight. It's going to be a very sad night for you Poetards, and I'm not going to find any bit of sense. I'm not going to feel bad for you in the slightest, dude. I'm going to be smiling the whole way through. And like I said, after Pereira loses, I don't want to hear, 37, man. It's probably going to, listen, I know the excuses are going to happen. I just want you guys to come back to this video. I know, because come back, bro. Come back. Let's talk. I want to talk about some shit. Like, I want to see what you have to say. I want to see the comments now. Yo, everyone take a screenshot of the comments before the fight and after the fight. All these people in the comments, oh man, Ken, you're just hating, man. You just hate Pereira. I'm gonna get the pick right. They're like, oh, lucky pick. They're gonna start going back on everything. They're gonna apologize. Listen, bro, wait for it. This is the sweetest moment. This is gonna be one of the sweetest wins ever, just because the fan base. Like, it sucks that I kind of fuck with Pereira, and look, like I said, after this loss, he doesn't lose any style points. He's still top 10 to me all time. You know, still one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen in my life. Most entertaining fighter I've ever seen in my life. One of those guys. It just happens to be that he's running into someone who happens to be better than him in every way, shape, or form. And even it's going to be during Ramadan. He's going to be the first person to win a belt in Ramadan. He's going to make history, you know what I'm saying? Water's wet. The sun shines every single morning. And Magomed Ankalaev is going to defeat Alex Pereira in UFC 313. You could quote me on that. You could screen record it. Because what I say, it does come to fruition. Ankalaev and new, brother. But that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think down below. And God bless. 2, 3, 4.